Should be so proud. Again, he used to do it with bananas as a kid.
So we have a challenge to talk about, very briefly, our favorite game of all time.
Oh,
and
wow.
Since it's the birthday boy is
Well, people already know what my favorite game of all time is. It's Journey. I have many favorite games in many different genres, but Journey is my favorite game. Probably the one that people don't know, that I haven't really spoken about, but can probably be guessed, is Mass Effect. Both of those had, for very completely different reasons, had serious emotional impacts on my my game playing. So, yeah, you don't find that very often in writing and performance and story for Mass Effect, and for writing and presentation and gameplay in Journey. And it was, everything just came together. Something I also really appreciate from a, like, all the pieces really worked. Was Bastion. Bastion was
music, art style,
gameplay. Everything worked incredibly well together. Also, Supergiant Games. That's who's doing the. Who made Transistor was their follow-up game. And yeah, that's the art challenge at the moment, is Transistor. So yeah.
Ashley, what's your favorite game? She hates games and gamers.
All of them.
Don't
Every
say
single
that.
one.
Like, do not unleash the internet on me, please. No, I'm generally very, very bad at all video games. I'm this person.
Driving the car and tilting over? I do.
Yeah, but no, it helps me jump better.
Yeah, I do that.
No, so I only really play games on my phone.
Cool. What's your favorite game on your phone?
Threes.
Threes is awesome.
Threes. Lost
Asher.
a lot of my life to that game.
I remember I met Asher and told him that the Threes game ran a little bit slow on my phone, and he looked like he was going to punch me, and then he said, "Get a faster phone, you chump," and walked away.
That's the best thing ever.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah, and I think I had like a 4S, and the 5S was the current phone.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, get a faster phone, you chump. So Corey, what's your favorite game of all time?
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
That is a really good game.
Solid choice. Yeah. Used to play with my mother when I was a kid.
Nice.
Like one day we did a run that was just like, let's see how quickly we can wrap this. It was like we beat it like several times in 8 hours.
Oh wow, you speedran it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We kind of skipped over you, Ian. What's your favorite game of all time?
Os Tatakai Oendan, which is the Japanese precursor to Elite Beat Agents, but with a lot more Japanese flavor and a lot more riding on the line.
So probably a lot less, in general, accessible to North American audiences, so less people probably saw it.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's yes, it is in Japanese, but you don't need to know the language to understand the pantomime that's going on in the background that tells the story. The music's great. It's just a rhythm game, a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Great.
So it's gameplay similar to Elite Beat Agents?
Exactly the same.
Exactly.
They just took the engine from.
I did enjoy that. That was a very good game.
You probably love it.
How about you, Mia?
Riven, the sequel to Myst.
Oh, yeah.
It is the game that I unconsciously base all other sort of gaming experiences around. I really loved wandering that place alone, even when I was too young to figure out the puzzles, and as I grew up I got better and better and would get like through more and more of the game because I'd just restart every time I went back. And I am waiting for Starry Expanse to come out with the 3D remake, and I will give them so much money. So yeah, definitely Riven.
Very cool. Alec?
My favorite video game is also unquestionably Journey. I actually have a print of the art that won Ashton's Art Challenge last year up in my house, because he gave me permission to do that, the artist. But it is the most wonderful gaming experience I've ever had, and also the most gorgeous. And also I got my mom to start playing it one time. She doesn't play video games, and I don't like watching other people play games, but now I get why sometimes it's fun, because she was just like, I don't know about this, I don't know about this, how do I do this, how do I do this? Oh, I just made a thing happen. Oh, I made a sound. Wait, can I jump over there? I made a bridge! It was so fun. But I also really like Lords of Waterdeep for tabletop gaming. It's a really great board game that the same folks who do like the WotC D&D stuff over there put out, and it's fantastically fun.
Mine is very much not a surprise at all because I actually put it on my body, which is Kingdom Hearts 1, because I was very young when it came out, and it was probably
Rolling up the sleeve.
Rolling up the sleeve. It was the first game I played that made me kind of think of a deeper story, which is silly to think about with Kingdom Hearts because the story makes no sense at all. But it got me
Very emotional story.
Yeah, it got me very involved in it and drew me in because I had the Disney from my childhood, and then Final Fantasy is great. And from then on, I just kind of followed the series and got into games as a whole after that.
Brandon?
I'd probably have to go with Star Wars Rebellion, or like if you're in Europe right now, it'd be Star Wars Supremacy. And you know, I've got a lot of games, but I think this one, it's the only one that I've actually resisted upgrades of OSs for, and ones that I have constantly been like, all right, this old game doesn't work anymore, it's time to put it away. This is the one game where I'm like, nope, I'm going to find a way to make this work on Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows 10, and it's just, aside from the AI late game just falling apart, it is one of the better Star Wars games, in my opinion, that was ever done.
Awesome.
It's just
Thank you to everybody for posting their own answers as well in chat. This is really fun to read. Lots of stuff that I haven't thought about in quite a while. I'm like, that's a really cool game. I need to go back and replay that.
You know what else my favorite game is, Johnny?
What's that?
I totally missed that. I was reading chat. Well
Awesome.
played.
I was sitting there and Tally's poking me. And I was like, what's happening?
Why is someone's foot in my bum?
Why am I being poked?
Seriously.
Something I grew up on that I always really enjoyed were the Sierra games. The
Oh yeah.
I was going to say Journey's Quest, King's Quest, Space Quest, Police Quest, like any of the Quest games.
Yeah.
I played a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My favorite game when I was a kid was Sengokushi, the Japanese Romance of Three Kingdoms series of games.
Oh.
It's like a historical,
Yeah.
and 7 was, I think, the best of the series, but I love that whole series. It's very good. So that's a challenge done.
Cool.
Do we have...
Quest for Glory, yes, whoever said
Oh,
that.
that's
That's my
a lot of-
favorite game growing
I
up.
played a lot of Quest for Glory, or as it was known where I grew up, was
Did we
Heroes
skip you?
Quest.
No, we didn't. Did we skip you, Andy?
I was sort of standing off to the side.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, the Quest for Glory series, it was funny and really
It
interesting.
was so good.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the one I played the most. Space Quest for the comedy, and that one for like a mash of everything.
Yeah.
It was great.
Nobunaga's Ambition.
Yeah, Nobunaga? Is that how you pronounce it? Or Nobungas?
Nobunaga.
Nobunaga, that's right.
He has ways of saying things.
Yeah.
He's decided.
Special ways.
He has ways of doing things.
I liked actually like almost all of the like late 80s, early 90s Koei games, the historical series. They had one called L'Empereur, which was like a Napoleonic European strategy game. They only ever made it for NES, and it was really, really good. They also made the weirdest game I think I've ever played that was like, it was completely straight. It was Aerobiz. Koei made a game that was an airline simulator. You didn't fly a plane. You didn't actually do anything except for like buy and sell planes and set routes. It's like it was like Tiny Planes. Was that what it was called? Tiny Planes?
Tiny planes
Tiny-
or like pocket planes.
Yeah, and it was Pocket Planes. That's right.
Pocket
But it was more of like a simulator strategy game. It was more kind of serious and less kind of cartoony. And
Their games feel so technical.
yeah, it was super technical, and you like set up all these routes, and you try and eke out the most money possible. Yeah.
Nice.
Somebody asked if I played the new King's Quest game. I have not. I believe that's by Telltale. I am interested. I don't know how it'll translate to a different style. Telltale has a style of their own, but I have enjoyed other Telltale games, and I did enjoy the King's Quest series a lot, so I am interested.
It's actually by Sierra.
It's by Sierra.
It's by Sierra.
Yeah. It's like there's a
I'm
new
interested
Myst
to
game
see
coming
who's
out
involved.
by, are they Cyan?